TaeVi's podcast, man. Special guest. COSEY. And I gotta ask you a question about that name a little later, but we're gonna let the song of the week come through. I wonder. TaeVi's podcast, man. 2023, year coming to an end. Let's get into it, man. Special guest COSEY once again.
I wonder who you love that be on my mind. I wonder if you ever got time for a real one. Ain't nobody wasting your time. Stop playing, be mine. I wanna feel your touch. Tell your friends don't interrupt. Tell your ex stop keeping up before we turn them into. For your body, I catch your body. Tryna take a dive, I'm a kamikaze, yeah. I wonder who you love that be on my mind. I wonder if you ever got time for a real one. Ain't nobody wasting your time. Stop playing, be mine. Tell me what you wanna do, I'm down for you. Going down on you, keep a crown for you. Drink crown with you, drown in you. Wanna drown in you. Look, just hear me out. I know what all the things you dealing with, you have a doubt. But no, I am not an average nigga with a habit. Cold, I'm your jacket, want it, I'ma grab it. I wonder who you love that be on my mind. I wonder if you ever got time for a real one. Ain't nobody wasting your time. Stop playing, be mine. I wanna feel your touch. Tell your friends don't interrupt. Tell your ex stop keeping up before we turn them into. For your body, I catch your body. Tryna take a dive, I'm a kamikaze, yeah. I wonder who you love that be on my mind. I wonder if you ever got time for a real one. Ain't nobody wasting your time. Stop playing, be mine. No time for the games they play. I'll have you on full display. No X will be a factor. Don't even matter. You every chapter. Let me show you what you never experienced. I'm serious. The unusual, not usual. Cause I know you sick and tired of the usual. I wonder who you love that be on my mind. I wonder if you ever got time for a real one. Ain't nobody wasting your time. Stop playing, be mine. I wanna feel your touch. Tell your friends don't interrupt. Tell your ex stop keeping up before we turn them in. For your body, I catch your body. Tryna take a dive, I'm a kamikaze, yeah. I wonder who you love that be on my mind. I wonder if you ever got time for a real one. Ain't nobody wasting your time. Stop playing, be mine. Let's fly away. Your sky's been gray. No time to stray. We'll be okay. Let's fly away. Your sky's been gray. No time to stray. We'll be okay. Who you love? My mind. I want you. Stop playing, be mine. Stop playing, be mine. I choose you. Come choose me. Stop playing, be mine. Oh, stop playing, be mine.
I had to get you on a remix now, man.
Heard that, TaeVi was PJ COSEY, you heard me? You see how I switched that up with my name, bro.
See that.
Once again, though, man,
Ghost
COSEY
Rider of the Year
as
right there. Ghost Rider of the Year.
heard that song of the week. COSEY, I wonder. Was that song about a special someone? Somebody you after some shit? You say you choose somebody. You hope they choose you.
Nah, what occurred was when I wrote the song, I usually do, when I do R&B, I usually do songs like toxic songs.
Okay.
So when I got that beat, somebody was like, do something different with it. Like, do something where, people can actually spread love on the song.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the record. Somebody had already wrote the hook. And I was like, all right, now I got to put my flavor on it. So before I knew it, about a week later, that's what happened to it.
Okay, so do you have any special somebody in your life?
Oh yes, sir. I have a girlfriend. We 3 years now as of Sunday.
Locked in, huh?
So
I had something special for the anniversary?
some slight.
All right, for sure.
Some can't be said.
We're going to get into this, man. But first thing I want to get into is your name, COSEY.
Yes, sir.
Do-rag, COSEY, and COSEY. Which one is it?
So it originally was Do Rag Cozy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna lie. Like over time, as I matured, the Cozy is what stuck with me. Cozy is also my real last name.
Okay.
Isaiah Cozy, and that's a name. Once my cousin passed away, that I really kept with me. So
Okay.
it was like I already knew. I already had it made up in my mind. One day the do rag was gonna be dropped, and something just clicked with me last year, and was like, all right, it's time for it to slowly go away.
Okay, with that saying, do you still be wearing the do-rags, though? Because it be on your page
From
like
time
that
to
now.
time. From time to time.
Has the do-rags paid off? I assume it's for the waves.
It was for the waves.
Then it just came aesthetic. Look.
It just came with the look. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Heard that.
It was, you know.
For sure. But man, this your first time. This your first interview you told me before we got on. But this your first time also on the TaeVi podcast. So we're gonna make it a good episode for you, make it memorable for your brother. But first of all, I want to ask, how long have you been being an artist? The cliche answer to break through.
Not gonna be like everybody else and say, "Oh, I've been rapping
Since you was
in a
5?
car and I've been rapping since I was 5." No, I started writing in like 2011. My brother was actually a rapper first,
Okay.
and I kid you not, one of the best rappers I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Justin, and then from there, by 2018, I was like, "This is something I really want to do."
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2019, I first got in the studio with this producer by the name of Niraj, and then this dude named Juan De Niro.
That's how you pronounce his name. Sorry for interrupting, but I
Yeah.
always see him on Instagram. I think I follow him.
Yeah. So
Gosh.
once we got in with that, we did my first EP, 5 EP, and then we did another record called Ride For Me, and that was all before the pandemic.
Okay.
So I didn't drop until November of 2020. At that point, I was like, okay, and this is something I'm here now. Like, it's
Okay.
all I want. You know what I'm saying?
So and you said 5 was the EP?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
So where's that? Because I couldn't see that on Apple Music. Is that on Apple Music?
Yes, it should be on Apple Music.
Under
It'll be
which one?
Under Cozy. Not Do Rag Cozy.
I ain't see it. I ain't see that one. So why you don't just change the old do-rag cozies to all cozy?
So it was actually a distribution issue with
Okay.
DistroKid. So at first I did change it,
Mm-hmm.
and that was when I dropped my first album last year, Boy Meets World.
All right.
So then later on they tried to strike it as duplicates.
Oh, all right.
Took the album down.
Okay.
So I tried to change my name. I went through everybody I could go through, and
So they just gonna be up there as do-rag cozy. They
it
just,
just is what it is.
for sure. The only way you gonna get them going is you exit out, and you ain't exiting your music
not
out.
doing that.
All right. We mentioned the before we get to the project, let's keep going down this line. So you start you drop your first project in the midst of the pandemic, 2020. You said so. This down the line pandemic hit about March. You drop in November. What was the process like of dropping this EP during the pandemic?
So all of the music was done by December of 2019.
Okay.
My original goal was soon the year started, January. I did a acapella freestyle on my Instagram called Next. And then February was going to be when I was going to drop it. A lot of things occurred in January that kind of pushed that process back.
Okay.
Then the pandemic came in March.
Oh, you saying like taxes?
No, not that.
Fucking with your brother. Go ahead, brother.
But nah, you good. Yeah. Let me remember my thought. Okay, I'm good. Oh yeah, so then the pandemic hit, and it was just a lot of things going on personally. So once that finally settled, by November I was like, I'm about to drop the EP.
Okay.
And soon I dropped it. The next thing I know, I got people calling my phone every day, telling me they just heard it and how proud of me they were. And from there, I was just locked in. Like at that point, I was like, no more breaks.
Okay, so you finish it in 2019. Everything is done, mixed, mastered, all that. So what is like the promotion and the rollout during the whole, basically a year till you drop it again in November? So what was that rollout like, even during the COVID situation?
So at first, the rollout was going to be, of course, the acapella freestyle, then start dropping snippets all over Instagram, and then photo shoots and all of that. Once the pandemic hit, that all went left.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, like what do I do at this time? That's when I learned how to record myself. I learned like what to go through to drop my music. So at that point, that's when I was like, okay,
All right, you was on a lot of self-initiative type things.
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, what were you doing during the COVID? Did you work? Did you sit back, collect unemployment? What were you doing this whole time? Was you making music? You say you learned how to record yourself.
So at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Not to go too deep, but so January 9th, 2020 was when my cousin Weeby died on my shirt, Fifth Ward
Okay.
Weeby. And once he passed, it was one of those instances where life was already going a certain way, but you're pushing it off like I'm fine.
All right.
And then once he passed, it was like
Everything falls.
everything falls. So it was just a lot mentally, physically, emotionally going on. And then when I finally started to see the light, started to feel better, that's when it all just came. Like I couldn't even, I kid you not, bro, I couldn't even form a sentence. Like I couldn't write. It just all left. I was just in such a mental fog. And then one random day in July, God came talk to me and was like, write this verse. Put all the words in my head, and I wrote the verse. And it's I haven't recorded it yet, but to
This
day,
July, you said? Back 2020. Oh, all right, damn.
yeah. So after I wrote that verse that I still haven't released, that's when everything else started coming with it.
Okay.
So then that's when I spent a lot of my time writing, just writing. Then I learned how to record myself. And majority of the songs that I've dropped since I recorded.
Okay.
And just sent off to get mixed and mastered.
All right, got you. And for the people who didn't hear him, because he was going through the process, he mentioned his cousin passed in January 2020. Fifth Wall Weeby, that is his cousin. We're going to get into that a little bit more down the line and that connection with you and him. But I still want to talk about your music and you getting into it. So you say you something came to you July 2020. God told you to write this verse. And you say you still haven't released it or recorded it yet. So I want to get on the topic of artists. This brings me to artists having a bunch of songs but not releasing them. Are you this type of artist?
No, I can't.
Okay, so everything you got is out the chamber.
Most of everything I have is already out.
Okay, so when you release something, you have to go record it. You don't have like a song. Why that's your approach?
Because I really feel like, what are you doing for yourself by holding that music? That one song that you're holding could be that song that's about to take you where you want to be. So I don't believe, and I can't speak for every other artist, but I don't believe in like just holding a song. And I would say maybe about 2 songs I have waiting, but those 2 are already scheduled to come out next year.
Okay.
And that verse, I'm just waiting on the right production for it. That's something I'm not trying to rush at all.
Okay. So you don't go in the studio and record a bunch of songs?
I do now. I've started working with this guy named Ashton. He has a studio called We All Gotta Eat Studios in Metairie. And so far we've been doing some major work this year. He recorded my last few records with me. I Should Have Cheated with him, and also this song called Mumble Rap.
Okay.
So we've been really putting some work in.
All right. When you did send me that link, I'm glad you mentioned the mumble rap. The mumble rap song, because when you sent me that's one of the few songs I listened to by you. And I will say this, the mumble rap thing came about really 2016. The 2016 freshman cypher, a lot of people label those artists as mumble rap, and we mainly probably Lil Yachty. Some people label Kodak as a mumble artist. Lil Uzi. Who else was on there? Because 21 is not a mumble rapper. He's clearly I'll probably say Designer, but he was out before them. But Designer, they label. These are people, the fans, supporters, just the general public label as mumble rappers. Lil Pump, a lot of people take him as a mumble rapper. That J. Cole thought came to me just now. So what is your definition of a mumble rapper?
So the song itself, mumble rap, was about a lot of the things that I dealt with last year. I was diagnosed with epilepsy.
Okay.
And it was one of those things that at the time kind of like put me down. And when I put the definition of mumble rap on it, I was looking at it like, let's be honest, if we rapping on tracks, usually adults over the age of 50 not going to actually listen to what we're saying, but how we saying it.
Right.
So this is something I'm saying. It's not a mumble rap. I want you to hear the actual song, hear what I'm saying. And then also, of course, like you said, the mumble rappers. So with that, I say
Cause you on that song, it was kind of like you was laying out that, hey, the mumble rap people listen to it, but you don't appreciate that side of the music.
Yeah, like
and it's kind of a big deal because J. Cole just was talking to Lil Yachty about the competitiveness and how he wasn't really messing with that. Talking about Soulja Boy, he wasn't messing with it when it came out, but he had to adapt to it. I think Cole was putting it on soft. I think when he back by himself listening to the shit, he probably like, I don't like it. But just to be cool,
it's one of the things
he'll be like, yeah,
it might be an unpopular opinion if you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, mumble rap has ruined hip hop.
Okay,
if we being real,
explain. Bring your thoughts to the TaeVi podcast.
When I say that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying mumble rap is bad
Right.
because melodies have replaced real rap talent.
That's true.
But now, as long as you got a melody, you can say whatever you want on the song.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. Me personally, I hate it. Mm-hmm. I can't speak for everybody else, but I like Lil Uzi got a few songs I'll listen to. Mm-hmm. Everyone you name besides Lil Pump, I'll bump a little something from him. But it's still like at the end of the day, I still need that playlist of those bars. Like, for example, look at Drake. Mm-hmm. Drake could adapt to anything, and people gave him a lot of scrutiny for that last project.
What was it? The techno one.
That one too. And then for the one he just dropped.
For all the dogs. All right.
I saw a lot of backlash for that.
Did you like it?
Me personally, Drake my favorite artist.
I know. I was just about to say I know Drake your favorite artist because how you mentioned that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not DJ Academics.
I'm not a stan. People love to tell me, "Oh, you just don't want to hold them accountable." But no, For All the Dogs was okay.
Okay.
But this last little 6 songs, Scary
Hours.
That was
the bars.
That was that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's all about having a balance. Like, I'm fine if you want to get on the track and just melody your way through.
Talk a little shit to it. No substance right here.
Give us a little substance. That's all.
Okay.
I'm saying.
All right. I'm glad you mentioned that. You mentioned Drake was your favorite artist. So who is in your rotation? You say you can list a few little songs from Lil Uzi because all the songs not really mumble rap. But who is in your rotation? Your go-tos?
Mainly my top 5 artists I listen to a lot: Big Pun.
Mm-hmm.
Drake, A Boogie with the Hoodie,
mm-hmm.
Soulja Slim, and Wayne.
Okay, a mixture of all with some Southern, some up north, and well you got 2 up norths, Big Pun, A Boogie, and you got Wayne, Drake. He up north. Yeah, you got a mixture of everything.
I try to keep my head to everything, to be honest with you.
Thanks. So what you say your brother was the rapper.
Yeah.
What drove you to rap? Because of him?
Literally one night, I kid you not, bro, I just heard him in there like rapping, and I'm like, man, I want to know how to do this shit.
That nigga going hard. Let me hop in that
bitch. And I tell him this all the time. I'm like, I know certain circumstances I won't say stopped him from further pursuing it, but I tell him all the time, I'm like, bro, if I could just get with you on one song, just one, dog. When I tell you, like, top 3 best talented rapper I've ever heard in my life, my brother Justin, and I'm not even like saying that just to say it, like real talk, that's really how I see him. Because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be rapping.
For sure. All right, the time, it might be right. You might bring it out on one day, brother. You might hear one of them songs you got, and you might be like, I gotta get on this one with you,
when you
brother.
watch this interview, bro, remember this.
Y'all might watch it together.
Just saying.
Facts. Now, I want to move on to this music industry because Cole's about to come at y'all top, but I already know how it is. What's your general thoughts on the music industry? Even though I'm being a little vague with just saying music industry, just your thoughts. It's dying because you say the mumble rap is ruining hip hop.
It's not.
And you
even,
say the music industry is dying. Yeah. So is this hip hop been better over the last 20 years to you or worse?
I would say over the last 10 it hasn't. The last 10.
I can say last 10 because the 20 we going into 50. T.I., Wayne, when they Jeezy started coming out, Gucci, all them. So let's go 20. We can go 2015. I say the last 10. 2015. That's kind of like the newer generation of all these artists who came out. So since 2015, what's your general thoughts on all these new artists? And do you favor any of them? Do you like any of them? A Boogie's kind of new. He not old.
Yeah, I like
You listen to him?
I like G Herbo.
Okay.
And that's a different conversation as far as gangster rap, but
Right. Drill.
But I feel like a lot of the rappers that came out, they don't even realize what they do with their music. Like a lot of them just get in there, make it because it's fun to them.
Right.
But if you really want to take this craft serious, you're not gonna just do it for fun and throw anything out there. Then if I'm being honest, they know what they're doing, because if they say less words or less metaphors, that's what's gonna draw the teenagers and the kids to your music. But us from our generation is like, bro, what is you talking about? You want to hear that shit?
Now I'm gonna get this back to you with your point. With saying that, you say they get in there and just throw anything out. Some of them get in there and that's their talent, though. Some of them get in there and that's the best they can do. That's what they've been doing since they started rapping. You see how you say rappity rap? That's how you been rapping from when you first started? That's how they first started.
Retire.
What does it bring the money in?
Retire, bro. But I don't even think that they not talented. I think it's because they focus more on getting a name or getting the cloud or wearing the clothes than the actual talent. Because to be honest, if we being honest to the producers, I said honest twice, but it's okay.
To be honest, if we being honest, I like that.
The producers carrying the songs,
right?
So
I hear that a lot.
They really do, like the ones we have here, Cam Beamer, Cortez,
That's cuz,
bruh.
They hard.
Two of the most talented producers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, they should be.
So it's we miss the days of when like Juvenile and Manny Fresh could get on the song together,
combo,
and they'll be trying to outdo each other. You don't have that now. They think, oh, the beat will do all the work. I'm just gonna get on.
I think that's true too. I think that's very true. I think the producers are kind of outdoing the artists nowadays, because a lot of songs are catchy because the beat. Like if a lot of people are saying something on there, you probably know it from the beat, because when the beat come on, the word's not there yet unless you just come back on. But most of the time you'll be like, that's what you really notice. That's what you really hear. When you break it down, you be like, oh, they ain't really saying shit. They just saying a little 1, 2. Some shit you could say in the house by yourself that's really songs right now. And people be like, damn, I don't know how they made it. I don't know how he or she made it. I be saying that shit at the house.
All the time, bro.
Yeah, bro. So where do you see it going from here? Do you ever see bars mattering more than they do now? As far as mainstream.
Bars in the mainstream won't sell, because I just feel like the days of just spitting a 16 over a beat and people like going out there and streaming it to where you're about to go platinum, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
So I feel like it's all about balance. If you learn how to balance it the right way, then you can do some damage with it.
Okay.
But people get on rappers who don't bar every single line, but you have to give people time to catch your bars too. Like I had a bar, and when my first song "Goat," I said, "Poke holes in the game, Polar Express."
Okay.
Like how you poke the holes on Polar Express.
I never watched it.
Hold up, bro. You never watched the Polar Express?
No.
Bro, you lying. You lying.
I'm dead serious. It's Christmas time. I'm watching this year. I swear I never watched it, bro. I only watched. Every time I try to watch it, I catch it on the same part, and I never be able to finish. I never saw the beginning or the end. I saw a little bit of the middle when he was on the Polar Express going through the mountains, and that's it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't get that bar.
Wow.
God damn, I'm being judged for not seeing a Polar Express.
Oh, trust me.
Is that a classic? That's not a classic. It's not. It's not a classic. Come on now. In what community? All communities?
All communities.
No. A classic in all communities is Home Alone. That is a classic.
That too, but you. Okay. All right.
We gonna clip this right here. We gonna clip this. And if everybody who say it is a classic, I'm deleting your comment. But continue with the bar. Continue what you were saying, the bar.
And so I had somebody ask me, what does that mean? And they watched the Polar Express.
Oh, so
I like you. But
go ahead.
And so I said, I just sent them the gift.
Okay.
He got it. And it's like, if they couldn't get that, because to be honest, that's simple.
Mm-hmm.
If they couldn't get that, then how you think they go
respond to people?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, he has a bunch, but I think people catch Wayne stuff because it's more like relatable, like what he says. Even though, like, he can get in depth and go crazy, like battle rap crazy, but his shit be like. One time I remember in high school, I was on a bus, and this is when I forgot what it was. Sorry for the Week, a dedication came out. And he was saying, it was one or two, he was like, all my niggas want fuck, and she gonna let us like a salad bar. And I was on the bus, bro, I grabbed my sister, I said, this nigga said she gonna let us like a salad bar. I was like, what the fuck, that's crazy. But yeah, most artists, bro, they ain't bringing that to the thing.
And it's like balance. Like, if you balance it out, I promise if you put space in between them punchlines that you love spitting, oh man, they'll gravitate towards it. But you also gotta have a catchy hook with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like people not gonna say it out loud, but they love to hate on Rob 49. Mm-hmm. But Rob got the city on his back. That man knew soon he got on that song. Mm-hmm. You want to test somebody business? Tell me how you let me fuck. That's gonna catch everybody. Yeah, because everybody's first like, I know I'm fucking. Yeah, I know I'm fucking.
Facts. Look, nigga said you come on with that first catchy bar.
That's it.
That's the caption.
Then you got your little yee. Like it's all about the recipe.
You gotta have the captions.
I don't think he'll mumble rapper. I've been listening to Rob since he first came
mumble
out.
rapper.
I don't think he'll.
Who said that,
bro?
I don't know who.
I
think that come from. I think that come from his
older,
sometimes his repetitive things. What he said, like the yee. Somebody probably take that and be like, oh, that's mumble. Or when he like repeat a line or some shit like that, but he's nowhere near mumble rapper.
He ain't nowhere near.
You can hear every bar he fucking say. Exactly, and this shit he like I said, when you want to be, I guess like viral, grab the audience now, you gotta have something they can caption, they can put under their picture. Exactly. And he has a bunch of bars that you can put under a picture. Like that one, every nigga can put that under their picture. Yeah, even women are flipping and be like, you won't tell somebody business. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. They can flip that and change that gender shit. Now, off the music industry, more into your music.
Yes, sir.
When you're in the studio, what's the process? Do you write before you go?
The first EP I wrote before.
Okay.
What I'll usually do, if I'm being honest, is if I'm at home and I have a beat that I've been waiting on, that I've been having for a long time, and I'm just brainstorming. Soon I get the hook, I know what to do from there.
Okay.
So like me.
So you write hook first?
Yeah, I write hook first. At that point, I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna write it first. Then I'm gonna record it at home. Then just to see how it sounds, see what I could tweak just a tad bit.
It's kind of like a reference.
Yeah. So then go to the studio. By the time I go to the studio, I already got
tweaks, all that shit you're gonna do to it. Okay, fine. Are you a smoker, drinker, any of this in the studio? Are you sober in the studio?
I used to be a heavy smoker. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think said that like he relieved. Shit. I used to be a heavy smoker.
But then I started drinking, and then I just was like, I need to be sober when I'm here, like, cause that's when I started doing the singing too. So once I started like singing as well as rapping, I was like, I gotta make sure my voice right. I can't risk it just because I won't get high or just because I won't get drunk. I can save it for after.
So what do you think about some artists who believe they make better music under the influence or under a substance?
To each his own. I don't believe it, but I done heard some people who said that. I'm like, you lying, bro.
You lying? What was did you see any difference from you being a smoker and recording to you not smoking at the studio?
The only difference for me was, I'll say this. Smoking at the studio, you're not going to get as much work done.
Okay.
Now, there are some people, some exceptions where they're like, oh, I got to smoke before I go. I got to smoke or I'm not going to remember nothing. Then that's fine. Like, and that's on them. But I know for me, I'll basically be paying money for most of the time to be smoking out to produce instead of recording or making sure that I have my ideas together. And it just wasn't worth it.
Okay. In New Orleans music, like you said, Rob is carrying as the biggest artist from the past few years now, in a good minute from New Orleans that I can remember. That is really not too many that been of that status right now. He has fucking songs with the biggest artists of the game, with Travis, Roddy Ricch, fucking Baby. I think he got one with Dirk. So he's like reached one of the pinnacles already.
How do you see New Orleans following up with the talent behind them? Because we don't have one like who's followed yet. He's been in the game about 3 years, I believe.
New Orleans, I just want to say before I say what I'm about to say, I love my city so much. Like, I really do.
You know what's coming after.
We have a lot of talent, but we also have a lot of the same talent, if that makes sense. We only generate listening to street rap and bounce. But we have so much other talent, like other genres here, that if we all like band together, it'll all pop. Like there's one female artist I want to give a shout out to, India Blue. I'm probably saying her name a little wrong. Indie Blue is her Instagram name, and she's like one of those smooth singers, like a jazz singer kinda.
Indie Blue.
Indie Blue.
Okay, I'll check out while you're talking. Go ahead.
ELU, and she's really nice. Like we have a lot of versatile artists. Like me personally, I love to call myself really versatile. And as you've seen from my discovery, I am. But it's like if the consumer here can open their ears more to the music that's being presented to them, then we'll have a lot of other artists than Rob. I personally feel like even after Rob, my favorite rapper in the city, Kenneth Brother.
Okay.
So I feel like honestly he should have been up there. That's
like
just
overdue.
Like it's long overdue. And I feel like if we all come together, then we're stronger. But if we have this dog eat dog mentality, like if I eat, I'm just gonna eat. This plate, you can't get nothing off my plate. Not get it to an extent, but it's like that's the only way we're gonna do it. Cause they've been stealing from us. Look at what just happened with Rod Wave. Everybody done exposed his lyrics. It's been out there, and ain't nobody say nothing before. Now it's coming to the light that he got Soldier Slim, Soldier Life mentality on his stuff.
On what, the newest stuff?
I think it was an old song. I think it was 2018
or 19.
One of them. I might
It's
be
one
off.
of them. I would say this. I just started listening to Ride Wave, this project, the Nostalgia Project, and I saw the video where they made like a whole 8-minute video on Twitter of like the bars, like not even like just one bar, probably like 4 bars in a row, 6 bars in a row of him like reciting the whole thing, but saying it in a different way. A lot of people say it as that's homage, paying homage, or a lot of people just say it as, oh, he just stole this shit. But what's your take on that? You say to be still do all this stuff.
I mess with Rod Wave. Like I really think he's a talented singer, but I think it's a difference between paying homage. Like there's some people that do it, but they mix the words up, even if it's just a little bit. But you saying the whole thing.
What if the people are being paid for that though?
Now that's different. If you paying and you doing what need to be done.
Because I think he said that. I think he said the people are being compensated who need to. Probably not for all of the things. I definitely know that. Not at all, but the most like the one with Paramore when he did the Crazy. I don't know if you heard that song on his new project.
I just heard it.
Yeah, I'm like, I know they compensated for that. Paramore, they fucking huge.
It's just all about making sure you taking care of what need to be taken care of. And also, honestly, if we being real, music now is being recycled because it's hard to come up with new concepts to some people.
Bro.
To some people.
Who you tell? I'm glad you brought this up. That's a good topic because a lot of things in the music industry right now is sampled. I'm not even gonna say a lot. Probably like 99%. Especially the radio songs that pop. These things are sampled crazy. Like a lot of people blame it on not being able to create something new, but a lot of people view it as it's bringing a newer generation up to date on what happened back then who never heard that song. A song like the one with Lola Brooke and Bryson Tiller, I'm yours for the summer. That's sample on there. What's your thoughts on that?
Play them the original song. Just play them the original song. Like it don't make sense. Like I understand bounce.
Right.
How many songs we didn't have sampled and new bounce?
What in the industry?
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard Drake. I heard City Girls do it. They probably got a bunch that I didn't hear, but
like it's just my only thing is if you're gonna sample, there's a certain way you go about doing it. But when it's something that's constantly happening, at some point you have to say, all right, I got to do something different. Right. And switch it up. That's another reason music is revolving. I think by 2021 it became, I call it the microwave era. Soon you drop something, they already ready to see what's next, what's hot. That's true. Will come out. They don't give
longevity of a project. Yep.
Back then you could go to a party and honestly they playing Usher, they playing Chris Brown. Nowadays R&B before Coco.
R&B is watered.
Exactly.
And I love R&B. That's what I mainly listen to.
Exactly.
I listen to her. Like you said, I never been able to get into Coco Jones, but I definitely want to listen to her because, you know, coming all the way from damn Let It Shine.
Yeah.
You hear me? That's what I remember as. You hear me? But
you
I would love to listen to her. But her, I listen to Georgia Smith. I listen to who else? A bunch of old R&B, but I love R&B, but you can't really get into too much of R&B right now.
It's the same subjects.
Yeah.
Some girl hurt that a dude did her dirty. The dude singing about trying to get her, but she singing about she on her Summer Walker shit or she on her scissor shit. And it's like at some point,
and SZA
why
going
do
crazy
we
right now.
glorify all this toxic stuff? What happened to the little, the good songs where you got your little shorty, or in her video she got her a man and they got a creative
talking about the
concept.
breezy, the young love.
Come on
young
now.
love.
Come on now, bro.
Not saying that could be hypocrisy from you, because you say your songs be toxic, your R&B songs.
I could go through each one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to switch it up, or I try to do it to different subjects.
Okay.
But that was the first. I Wonder was the first one where I was like,
I'm going to get my woman.
I want my woman.
Love.
So I just feel like, you just got to figure out what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already, like the last R&B song I dropped where I was like, okay, this enough. I actually got a video coming out for it. It was actually a sample of Keisha Cole's I Should Have Cheated. Cortez sent it to me and I was like, I want this as a challenge. Like, what can I do with it? And I sat with it for like 2 days, had the song written, and I was like, okay, that's it. But after this, I need a break from writing like this. Like, I can't keep writing stuff like this. So that's when I started to decide, like, every R&B project or any R&B song from now, let's try to incorporate the old sound without sampling them and with bringing your own style to it. That's it.
Okay. I want to get into a little bit off the music industry and more about kind of like COSEY the person. So we're going to bring out some of these relationship debate cards. Now, you've been in a relationship for 3 years. Yes, so I'm sure y'all probably touched on a few of these things. You have any kids?
No, sir.
You want any?
Not at all. Not no time soon.
What? So you don't want none at all or no time soon?
I'll say no time soon.
Okay,
I
so
won't rule it out.
All right, for sure. So let's grab. We're going to do a few, if you don't mind. If you're COSEY young 3-year lady out there, let's hope he provides some great answers for you.
Words of Kodak Black, I hope so.
Money is tight, and your significant other has just received their 4th online shopping delivery of the week. What happens next?
I don't think those words are appropriate for this podcast.
Get this. Come get this, Trip. You good? But all right. You ain't gonna say nothing to that?
So she about to get that work.
Okay. All right.
She about to get that work.
That work? What's the work?
Look, we done had this debate before.
You and her?
Money wasn't tight. Money wasn't tight, but it was like every time I turned around, we got a new order coming to the house. So I'm like, "What you doing?" Like,
you said money wasn't tight. Still, when money not tight.
Yeah, when money not tight. Like, well, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga like me, I'm like Julius off Everybody Hate Chris minus the coupons.
Nigga said, I'm frugal. Boy, don't throw away that damn card. That's 32 cent worth of card. Frugal like a motherfucker. All right, for sure. I think that'll be most men's answer here, especially when money tight. Money tight, but you still all this shit. We ain't gonna be able to use it if we on the fucking street.
I don't do no afterpay neither.
I hate that. Man, I was getting on my fucking wife for that shit. That fucking quiet pay shit. Like, goddamn. All right. You're married. And you want to be married?
Eventually.
I was about to say, that's a no-brainer question
course,
for your
yeah.
ass. But if you say no, I'm going to send a clip to her myself. Endless nigga right now. You're married and your spouse tells you that they slept around while you were dating. Would this change anything? Explain.
So let me make sure I'm understanding the question correctly. We're already married, right?
Yep.
And then I find that out.
Mm-hmm. She slept around while y'all were dating. That's tough. You don't want to be too impulsive.
So when you say dating, do you mean like we were in a relationship already, or we getting to know each other? Now, if we get to know each other,
I'm proud. If somebody say dating, you would say you and your lady is dating? or in a relationship?
I would say,
Is that the same thing?
I would say it's not the same thing.
Dating is before in a relationship?
That's what I believe.
All right. So what about dating exclusively?
Oh, at that point, I'm
Y'all
sorry.
like y'all only dating each other. Y'all decided.
If I find out you did that while we were supposed to be dating exclusively, I'm gonna take some time to think about it.
You ain't gonna separate.
Stop
capping, bro.
You can
If y'all in a 10-year marriage,
oh,
10-year marriage, and
That's a
this
10-year
was 9 years ago, and and you find out she had sex while y'all were.
I'll try to get over it.
All right.
I'll try.
You ain't gonna try to.
No,
I'm saying you gonna try. You ain't gonna get over it though.
But you ain't never get over that.
We forgive, but don't forget.
Hey, for the streets.
I'm gonna show your wife. I'm coming in late from now on. After dating your significant other for a year, you find out they have a child they never told you about. What
There's
happens?
no more significant other.
Man,
I stand on that one. I'm
man,
sorry.
you just getting rid of shit.
I don't play kids. I'm sorry. You can't.
I don't believe it now.
Bro.
I'm gonna have to get you.
Been
Get
dating
this girl a call in live. Call the show 1-888-3
Been dating you for a year, a whole year. You. Oh no. Bro.
So what?
That's an
When would you
all
want to
story.
know about the child? What's an appropriate time?
You should have told me the minute we got together.
No, you can't tell nobody the minute y'all got
Well,
together.
guess what?
Oh, what you saying? Like first date? Well, you should say you have a child first date.
You ain't gonna tell me you got a child and I'm dating you now? Like, come on.
That should be first date when y'all breaking the barrier, what y'all like and shit. Yeah, I got a 6-year-old.
What she gonna say? I just popped the baby out my coochie one time. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro.
The baby been away with their dad, so I think.
You can go move in with him.
All right, let's do a couple more, man. I'm gonna try to get this man a good. Oh, here we go. After a hard breakup with a toxic person, you start to fall for your ex-best friend. Would you consider the best friend off limits or go for it?
My ex-best friend. I fall for her.
Yeah, the woman you with now, y'all break up, and you try to holler at our best friend. Is she off limits? Answer carefully.
She off limits.
Why is she off limits?
Women messy. I ain't not about to put myself in that water.
You a safe guy, I guess. Good man, stay with him. If a man proposes to his girlfriend and she declines, is the relationship over?
I think y'all just need to keep growing. I don't think you should throw it away just because she don't want to marry you yet.
Mm-hmm. So you think it's sometime? You said that like that was personal. You did this before?
No, sir.
Oh. So if your girl say no to you if you propose, you think after being together for 3 years you got to keep going? What else you gonna be able to find in the next couple of years?
The thing is, there's some people that have been together for 10 years, 14 years that just felt like the timing wasn't right. What that time it is at that point, I don't know what. Y'all just need to go y'all separate ways. But, some people just might not feel like they're ready for it. And you can't crucify them for that. That's why you always want to make sure you know before you propose.
How could you know?
You finesse.
What?
You send a little,
Babe,
tell a friend, look.
Babe. Oh, you sending a friend?
Tell a friend or, check the temperature. Just see what it's hitting on.
All right, you don't want that friend to come back with the wrong.
And if they do, hey, ring going back where it came from.
All right. In this day of age, do you ask the father still for the hand in marriage?
No.
No? Why not?
It's a sad but true thing. A lot of girls now don't have that close of knit of relationship with their fathers now. So I would say just ask whoever her father figure is, or if you have to ask her mother. But I do think you should ask before you propose, period.
Makes sense.
No matter who it is.
Okay. Your significant other forgets your birthday. What's your thoughts and what happens?
I go all out the next day.
Go all out the next day?
Wait till 12 o'clock, midnight, the next day to tell her that she forgot.
For sure. Last one, brother. Let's try to make it a little juicy. A woman says she has lost all respect for her man. Can the relationship be salvaged? Explain.
Yes.
How? Please explain this.
That's New Orleans for you. They call you everything out your name.
That means she lost all respect, or she just being disrespectful?
See, my personal opinion on disrespect from your lady is women, when they mad,
Say hurtful things.
they see red. They say hurtful things
Just to hurt you.
Just to hurt you. So if she says, "Oh, I've lost all my respect for you," I'm gonna be honest. I've been told that not with this specific other
This regime.
but just in general. So it's like, oh, okay, you'll be all right tomorrow. You'll be good.
I done lost her respect for your ass.
Yeah, what you want to eat?
You got me Cane's instead of Burger King.
I mean, I could go get you some buns from Walmart.
Nigga say, damn, brother. All right, man. Y'all got to see a little bit about COSEY, what he think about the relationship side. Now, whatever is
New Orleans
significant.
gotta stop being so toxic. Y'all need to be in relationships and stop just josing.
Yeah, brother. You're talking to probably like a dead wall right there. We got a lot of loose ones out there, but hey, you can't control. You only can control what you can control, and that's your relationship, brother, and how you act in that. Do you like anything outside of music that somebody might not know about by looking at your Instagram, other than do-rags?
Basketball.
Hold up, what?
Basketball.
You like it or you know how to play?
I used to know how to play, but see what had happened.
That's why you gotta be specific with these questions, Trent.
I really did used to know how to play. I was
Okay.
good on defense, and
All
I
right.
knew how to. I had a fire 3 points.
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker for sure.
All right. What happened?
Boy,
You got old?
I was on a cruise one time. They had this dude from California.
Cooking.
Nick, if you out there, you're responsible for making me retire, gang. So, dog, we had just won 2 games. I'm the point guard. I'm feeling good.
They got the gym on a cruise? I never been to a cruise. I need to go on one.
Yeah, you definitely need to go.
Man, go ahead.
We get on a court. This man come on there and they like, you got to guard him. So I'm like, all right, this ain't nothing. I ain't never had to chase somebody around the court so much in my damn life.
Why you ain't switch? Y'all come get this nigga. He running around like that.
I'm thinking maybe it's because we just won 2 games. So I went back the next day.
All right.
And we ain't played no games. Still tried to guard him. It wasn't working.
Oh, so he put you on the shelf.
So he put me on
A nigga on a cruise you ain't gonna never see. Put you on the shelf. Not even a local.
No, he
That nigga thinking, Lord, that nigga said, Lord. That boy did something vicious to you, huh?
He ain't never like, I guess he ain't like crossed me up, but it was just the fact like
He was getting buckets.
He was getting a lot of buckets. He was just like, it was just too much, and it was just like, all right, bro, you got that. You got
Nigga
that.
said, I ain't coming back no more on this cruise.
He really was skilled enough to me, not even just to me, but everybody will tell him this.
Don't
like,
say.
to where he
Don't say it, COSEY. Do not say that.
could have went somewhere.
What he say?
He could have went somewhere.
Oh no.
But dude doing good. Dude doing good for himself. Now he still play.
That softened the blow for you though. If he could have played professional, that's why I said don't say it. You try to soften the blow,
I
huh?
wish he would have went.
If
He really could have went. Like seriously.
then you could have just been like, yeah, that nigga, he in
like,
the
look at
bed.
him.
That's why.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
For sure.
he had other things in plan, but he could still play. Like I see his highlights and stuff. He play like
you
puck ball
follow?
and stuff. Yeah, we still cool
For sure.
to this day. But yeah, bro,
He put a spanking on you. that
Dead
day.
wrong.
Well,
Like
fuck
young
that.
boys say, but
Hey, everybody had their day. That's all it is, but on the court.
it is what it is.
You gave them niggas buckets the day before. That's all that count. All right, now, I want to talk about this music. You say you got 2 songs ready for next year.
Yes, sir.
You didn't drop a project this year, though. Why not?
I wanted to focus more on the singles.
Okay.
Because if you notice, the more projects you drop, it kind of draw attention away from that song. You
The
want
good
to
songs,
get attention,
the singles you
good
wanna
songs. So
blow.
it's like the projects started to like decrease.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned from when I dropped my project last year, Boy Meets World. Like I was looking at the streams, and it was like halfway through, you could tell the numbers were dropping.
Stop listening as it
Exactly.
keep going.
So it was like, okay. So it made more sense to me to just do singles. But next year, I already have the first 6 months already mapped out.
For sure.
That's just those 2 songs, but I have more.
For sure. My take on that is like I agree. I think when you're an independent artist and you coming up and you don't have a big, you didn't develop a loyal fan base who comes to you every time you drop something,
Right.
and you can predict the numbers when you drop something right now. If Coach can wake up out of bed and be like, if I drop this, I know 1,000 people gonna watch it. If you don't have that genuine fan base yet, I think you should drop singles. Because you never know. Because you wasting songs like on your projects.
Exactly.
Good songs that could probably be the one. So I think more and more independent artists, as they're rising, should just go with the singles and the videos and promote them. And when they get to a certain number you wanted at, come with the next one. Have them ready.
And I also feel like ain't no shame in DMing your music. Like,
Come on
you
now.
never know who you might get in contact with. I'll never forget this. In 2021, I had dropped this. I already had the EP out, and I had Ride For Me out. And I dropped, and I sent Ride For Me to everybody in my contact list. Next thing I know, I have a DM from Cash Doll. So I'm like, I'm looking at it like, this a fake page? Like, who this is?
That's the first thing. It's so crazy, the internet. That's the first thing people go to. Is this a bot? Fake page? Something like that?
So when I saw her actually repost a song, I was like, yeah, we here, we doing it. So it just showed me like I'm doing something right.
Okay, you also say you had a meeting with some A&Rs, Contact 1017, that's Gucci Mane label. He done reinvented the label name so many times. So many times in Rock Nation. So what was your thoughts and reaction to that when that happened?
I'll just say this, I'm forever appreciative to the fact that they reached out to me. But I knew my thing is being independent is something that I love. Like I always said, I don't want to split nothing with nobody. I want it for me. Unless I'm helping somebody else, that's different. But to know that they reached out, they sent their team to send me a personal email, get me on the phone, and try to talk to me, and to sign. And I was like, okay, I really appreciate the offer, but I'm just not interested.
Not at the time.
I think I had like one song out at the time. I wasn't even I knew I wasn't even ready for something like that. Regardless of and the contract itself, of course, wasn't.
Was dog shit.
Yeah, so I was like, nah.
Would you be interested in that now, currently?
No.
Why not?
I would be interested in starting my own label or honestly working with an independent label.
Why you say that? Starting your own label.
Because
I hear a lot of artists say that when they're early in their career.
Because if you look at it, how it's gonna look amazing that you can make money for yourself doing your thing, but then also you can help other artists, but also keeping them intact with you at the same time. For me, I just saw myself running it. Like, I love music itself, but I always see myself eventually deciding, okay, I want to slowly back out and then have my own label and just have these artists under me. So I don't.
You don't think you could get signed and still do it?
I feel like if you get signed and then do it, then the money you make it from that person and this person got to take some of your money from that, and it's just.
No, I'm saying you get signed. Say you get signed by Columbia record label.
Oh yeah,
you sign that, but you create your
create
own label,
yeah,
not
yeah,
through
yeah.
Columbia,
Yeah,
though,
like
but for yourself.
Yeah. I would be open to something like that. Yeah, that's not a problem.
It's kind of like the Lil Baby QC and 4PF, but you have to obviously be on your businesses and not handshake deals. As I seen Rallo Rodriguez, an artist I listen to. A lot of people label him a mumble artist. I don't know if you know him. They say he just got signed to Lil Baby a couple months ago. I said, I thought he been with signed. Just like
should have been signed him.
Yeah,
he got no mumble rapper.
Right. He got signed to Columbia. I think like a big deal too. Probably I think like 7-something million that was reported. But back to next year. Before we get to next year, let's close out this year. What's your approach for this holiday season month?
So I have
December.
My plots are I have a video coming out for I Should Have Cheated, and then I'm doing like a small performance, kind of like a tiny desk, but not an actual tiny desk.
Okay, we got a desk.
So hey,
we got a table actually, not a desk, but a table.
Y'all heard the man. You know what I'm saying? We might have to make something shake real tough.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just ready for it to take place.
As you close out and you look back on your project Boy Meets World, why was that the name of it?
Because when I wrote the project, I was watching Boy Meets World.
You lying?
So
Fuck
serious.
no.
I'm so for real.
So the next one gonna be Friends?
I'll watch it.
I bet your mother.
But then on top of that, I was like, what's something that's gonna stick with me? And then it's like I know I did the EP first, but I know this was like my full project. So I was like, it's like me introducing myself to the world.
Okay, I can dig that. That's fine. But don't do that no more. Nigga say I watching TV.
Never again.
I'm gonna make that.
Trust
this is
me.
my introduction to the world.
Again, bro. Never again.
Now, as you look back, other than the name, the production, the songs. What did you rate that
Me personally, honestly,
to yourself on your own? Because I know you have high expectations
I
of
have
yourself.
high expectations of myself, and I'm also not biased when it comes to myself, unlike a lot of artists. Anyway, so
The subtle
just
jabs.
saying, I did rank it a 7 out of 10. I looked over.
What would you rank it if you couldn't rank it a 7?
If I couldn't
A
rank
6
it
or
a
8?
7, I would definitely go like a 8.
No points. Oh, 8.
8.
Yeah, I heard that 6 coming
It
out.
was coming, but I was like, nah, I'm not proud of myself. Not about to shit on myself like that. I need a 6. Nigga.
That's why I said get rid of that 7 because a 7 is safe.
I ain't no
Either
6,
way,
nigga.
6
I
or
would say
8.
I
That's
would
what
say
you really
8.
think. All right, 8.
So it's still up now, but like now it's the EP version. So it's
Yeah,
every
I've seen
song,
that.
every new song that's on there. Features from Gianni, Lazarus. It was an experience. But
Okay.
I would the only thing there's a lot of things I feel like I would have done different about the release. Some things I would have done as singles instead of just dropping the project. But that's another reason I was like, let me focus on my singles this year.
Okay. What is something that you do when you're reaching out to other artists for features? How do you get in contact with them? You emailing? How do you reach out?
I'll DM them on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on if they have the email in the Instagram, I'll just email them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times now artists are scared to do that.
Right.
They look at artists and like, and I just have to say this: every artist don't have to work together just because they make music.
Hell no.
Some people's sounds do not sound good together. Remember that. But it's like, if I see that you have talent, I don't care if you have 5 likes. I don't care if you have 7. I don't care if you have 1, because we all started there.
What
We
about
ain't gonna
0?
talk about it. Even if you have 0, but if your music, I'm serious, bro. If your music there, if your
gonna hit,
music
huh?
there and it's gonna hit, and I can help you elevate, let's work.
Hey, side question. What do you think about the why you looking like this?
I'm just trying to make sure you're trying to get me in trouble.
Hell no, this is music.
All right,
What do you
say
think
it.
about the evolving women's genre of hip hop? Do you listen to any women artists?
My favorite female rapper, Treaty,
Okay.
and this girl out of Houston, her name Libra Jolie.
Okay. Oh yeah, ain't she got a feature with
She got
Rob?
a song with Rob, but then I went and did my homework on it, and I was like, oh yeah, she
Fire alone.
different.
Mhm.
And it's cool. Like, it's just I wish more female rappers switched up their subjects. I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about what y'all you cat all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just switch it up. That's all I'm saying. Like, back then they actually had skill,
Substance.
and now none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, Tree, the biggest song right now is Making Love, but she got way more like conscious shit out there on her actual projects. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, a lot of artists though, a lot of female artists, you gotta do your homework on them to find out the music outside of that they do.
The music outside of the blow, like with the Doja Cat, the move. That's what got her out. But she has better music than that.
She definitely do. I don't know what else she got going.
I ain't talking about our personality and our image. That's whatever that shit is. But we talking about the music. Now we have. I'm gonna leave that way as that one. Without you about to say, but I'm gonna leave that way as that. Now, do you have a name for your next project or next 2 songs that you ready to give out for the next year? You say you got the 6-month plan in scope.
Yes, the first song is gonna be called "Missing You." It's actually a sample of the album
I'll be
"Missing You."
miss. Did he?
Yeah.
All right.
But Mia Cortez.
You might want
That's my
put
favorite.
that on the burner right
That's-
now with Diddy. You might want back burner that
We
way.
could go there if you want.
We might well go there if we want.
We could go there. I just,
Disappointed. Disappointed.
I've already said a lot of things that I've had to say about Diddy.
If you don't want to get on that subject that was going on, what do you think about him giving his masters back to their artists?
I think it's just for show. I don't think he really gave all of them their masters back. Like I just saw recently a group that they had an interview. I forget the name. And
Diddy Kane?
No, it was a different one. He didn't have a lot of groups under him, so
Yeah.
they were saying like they never got no masters.
Well, this shit probably wouldn't worth nothing.
Probably, but at least call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give him a call or something. I don't think he gave them all their masters back though.
Yeah, that's cool. Nigga, see, you can't win. You can't win for losing.
Some things just to save face if we being real in this industry.
What do you think about the hip hop debts that go on in the hip hop industry?
No comment. No comment. You're not getting me too.
You think it's because of hip hop? Do you think you think it's the genre? You think it will happen to all? Do you see it happening to like R&B, country?
You notice you don't see that in country or R&B though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'll say it's the music. I'll say there's real situations.
Right, real people
At the end
who
of the day,
deal with real
at the
people.
end of the day, you don't even have to be a street nigga to be
Right.
street smart.
Right.
There's real people, real situations that these people get on these songs to rap about, and you repeat after them.
Mm-hmm.
And so also on top of that, when those people die and it's related to those situations, then you won't cry and act like you don't know why they getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go even deeper, the kids that's dying because they're listening to that type of music. Mm-hmm. Like we just recently had a killing Sunday, and if you look at the dude Instagram, R.I.P. to him and that young lady that was also killed as well. They had, you could obviously tell who's doing what, and I just wish that, when we was younger, we wasn't worrying about none of that stuff. We'll listen to the music, but it wouldn't be this.
It was influencing life.
Yeah, so it's just.
That's why I feel like you always separated because I listen to a bunch of different type of music, but it doesn't influence me to do anything. I can listen to a dude talk about guns all day in this song, but it don't make me want to lift up not one. Trent, Mr. Youngboy fan.
Boom, pow.
He do be cool. He's a good kid, bro.
That's good though, for real.
Last what I got for you. What do you think about lyrics being used against artists in the court of law?
I think that's unfair. I really do, because some artists, let's be real, they ain't living that shit. They just like, oh, this will sell. Like Meek Mill even said they paid him to rap about those lyrics, to rap about that stuff. And some people
I never heard him say that.
might not. He had a interview recently. It was on stage. They had also D1 spoke out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
About
boss, it's the boss. I love you, brother.
Speak on the boss.
Man, we gotta get D1 on here. Ross too.
D1 one of the most coolest people I've ever met in my life. So I'm gonna stick beside him regardless. I appreciate his point for real, because that's the problem. Like, we rap about these lyrics and we say we want better for our communities, but we're not doing nothing to do it. And I understand it's supply and demand. If a label telling you have to rap about this and this to make the money, then that's what you gonna do. But at the end of the day,
it shouldn't be used
against you in the court. Because some people really don't live like that. They just do it because it's on. That's what they're getting paid to do.
But you think the people who don't live like that? I don't think they're in a court though. They're not in a court of law. They not. All right, what's your prediction on the Young Thug thing? What do you think will happen?
I really wish he was free, but I think he about to be sentenced to maybe at least 10, 15.
Time served.
Yeah.
How long you been in there? 2 years?
I think 2 years now. Yeah, it should be 2 years.
All right, for sure. It's gonna snitch. To you. Your own opinion, no outside opinion. What do you think of the situation?
I really feel like that if it was going over before he did it, like you never know what they talked about, then no. But I also
from what we know,
from what we know,
what
we know, I would say yes, and I would say that based off situations. Like I have family, I have people, I know people that if somebody didn't snitch on them, wouldn't be locked up. Or if they say something like that in the court, they go be labeled a snitch. So just because he a celebrity that make good music, he can't be labeled a snitch. Because a lot of people
ask me. Oh
no, I'm not asking you. But I'm just saying, like that's what a lot of people saying. Like, well, he ain't snitch on me. But what if that was your family? What if that was your daddy? Or what if that was your uncle? Then what?
For sure. My outlook of it. I'm not here to change the opinion. I just want to know your opinion. But my outlook was it. Well, I wanted to ask, what did he snitch on?
Well, apparently, and this is from what we know, he wasn't. He said that they were a
gang,
and he wasn't supposed to say it was a gang because of that. But then I don't know. I'll have to really.
That's my point. He just said it was a game. That was my point. My point of view. When I heard the news and they was like he get out of jail, they was like proffer agreement. Then like a day later, it hit the video surfaced with him saying we are a gang. Yes, ma'am. I was like, what the fuck did he snitch on?
He agreed.
I'm like, who he snitched on? I'm like, but hey, I'm gonna leave it at that. But any other thing you want to tell the people, bro? Anything we didn't touch on that you want to let them know about that we didn't get to?
In case you didn't know, I am the most underrated artist in New Orleans. That's something I stand on.
Oh yeah, that's something you said on the elevation of COSEY.
Yeah.
When your first performance, by the way, that you said. Why you feel that way? I forgot to ask you that, the underrated, because that's on your page as well.
Yes, I feel like that because I'm not saying I'm the best artist, but I make music for everybody. Like, so, my goal when I make music is I want somebody to be like, oh, he got that one song that I can't stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what a lot of artists now don't do. They like, this gonna be hot now. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's missing in New Orleans, and I feel like I am that,
mm-hmm.
and that's something that's underrated, and I am the most underrated. It's not changing.
For sure, you feel it's a difference between underrated and overlooked.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
I feel like when it comes to being overlooked, you're not putting yourself out there enough.
Okay.
When you're underrated, you're doing the work, and there are people that actually generates towards you, but you feel like there's levels that you should be at or you can be at. Mm-hmm. That you're not at because of the fact that you're not being pushed enough.
Okay.
Like how Instagram, you could follow, when Instagram first came out, you could follow
everybody and see them.
Now
it's 10% of you only see 10% of the
exactly.
people. But one thing that adjusts that is when you go look at other people. Like if I noticed that if I don't look at I don't be on there too much. I really wouldn't be on there if I had my podcast. Mm-hmm. I swear. But as I see like followers, and when I see somebody new like my stuff, and I think they knew, but they already follow me, I be like, damn, I never seen them. But if you click their story, this is something that I noticed. I don't know if this is on everybody else's page. I can go through all the stories. I will start seeing them more. Yeah, like if I click their story, I will start seeing them on their page, on my feed and stuff like that. So I think that's why I think you got to get more like. It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to see all your people come there beside the same 30 people that you be like, oh shit, them again. You be like, damn, bro, what the rest of all my damn followers? You only see 5 to 10% of them now. The rest, they want you to boost the post and pay for them. Your own followers. But all right, my man. Underrated, the most underrated in New Orleans. What you think you got to do to remove that title? Well, somebody gonna be like, he overrated.
I'm not going to be the one to whine about support. So I feel like I just got to put my work in. At the end of the day, that's all that needs to happen.
That's a good pat.
A lot of times people say, well, we don't support. We don't support. There's more cities out here than New Orleans. There's more states out here than Louisiana. And to be honest with you, I get most of my streams from Texas. Mm-hmm. My first is Houston. My second is New Orleans. Mm-hmm. So I don't like trip off support because that just tell me I gotta go harder.
For sure.
And it just is what it is. I gotta go harder for me. I gotta go harder for this man right here on my shirt. At the end of the day, when we be passed, and I talk to my auntie almost every week. She like, you writing today? You making music today? What you doing? And she be on me. Because it was like once he passed, a baton was there, mm-hmm. and we have other family that.
Try to pick it up.
Try, but I just feel it. I feel it.
Not the subtle shot at the family. Like I said, we have other people make music.
I do that because it's like it's all about consistency, and it's like it's not just a hobby.
Discipline and consistency. Exactly. That's the main thing, and I'm glad you brought that back up because it slipped my mind from earlier. We was supposed to talk about the connection with you and Weeby. What was the connection when he was alive with you two? Did you have a relationship?
We had a relationship, and it wasn't like we talked every day, but It was like when we talked,
it was like a cousin relationship.
Dropped so much knowledge on me. I'll never forget our last conversation, in person was when he came back from the Grammys in 2019 because he got nominated with Drake for Nice for What.
Okay.
So we was talking, and I told him how
He won?
No.
All right.
Nah, that'd have been crazy though. But I was like, how was the experience? He was like, you could tell every artist in there put work in to get there. And he was like, if you want to get there, you have to put the work in. We were supposed to I have a song on my first EP called Letter to Nola. Literally 2 days before he passed, I was in a car with my mother and telling her, like, I'm about to get Weebie on the song. We about to work on it. And then the very next day, I get the call saying that he had passed. So when he first passed, it was like, I felt like we was just starting to get that connection. Mm-hmm. And just that quick it was taken. But then it's like every single day since, or every time I'm in a studio, or every time I'm performing, I feel his presence is still there. Okay. I feel his legacy has to live on through me. I know there's people out there that was closer to him growing up, like P-Town Mo. There's a lot of people, but that was my blood. And his mother told me to my face, this your job. Mm-hmm. So regardless of what else going on, the minute it's time to record, the minute it's time to write a song, all that's behind me. And it's just me and the music.
That's a great way to close it out, man. You want to tell anything to your fans where they can find you, anything like that? You look at your solo camera, let them know.
At COSEY to go on Instagram. And then, do Rad COSEY on Apple Music. And then COSEY on Apple Music as well. And it's COSEY. It's not COZY or none of that other stuff. It's COSEY, the right way to spell it.
Another shot.
Be on the lookout. And also just shout out to every other artist in the world that's putting the work in. It's time that we all shine. And that's it, dog.
Facts, man. TaeVi's podcast. Well, this is my first time meeting COSEY with an S. What I learned from today is that my dude got some shots in him. You hear me? He throw that jab out there a little bit, He ain't come with a haymaker, but he throw a few jabs out there for y'all to catch. I gotta catch him though. But TaeVi's podcast, man. Happy holidays, happy Christmas. We're gonna have a whole bunch of episodes dropping in December because we took a break. Only from good reasons, not from no bullshit reasons. I got married, y'all. So we took a break, but we back this December, and we got a whole bunch of good podcast episodes, including this one with COSEY the GOAT, COSEY the Great, Do-Rag COSEY, Boy Meets World, and everything else. This is TaeVi's podcast, and we out.